Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go over all my UI add-ons and why I use them so that you can also have a clean UI for WoW PvP in Dragonflight Season 4. Having a readable and minimalistic UI is essential to increase your game sense awareness in PvP and makes the UI less confusing. Feel free to add these add-ons individually to your current setup to customize them to your liking, or if you want to completely copy my UI and add-ons, you can also download my saved variables from the link below. I'll go over how to install the saved variables at the end of the video, and I'll also link my edit mode profile for those who are interested. So to start off, you're going to need CurseForge. Click the link in the description to go to their website and download the CurseForge app. By the way, you don't need to install Overwolf to use CurseForge. Once you have the program installed on your PC, go ahead and select Retail WoW and browse. From there, you can search for and download the following add-ons you see here on screen. This add-on manager will also make it really easy to keep these add-ons up to date. So before I get into the UI itself, I want to quickly mention this extremely important add-on, AdvancedInterfaceOptions. This add-on allows you to manually set your in-game lag tolerance so that your spell queue window is 100 milliseconds instead of the default 400 milliseconds. You can do this by adding 100 plus your current world MS value. So on my Wi-Fi connection, my world MS typically fluctuates between 20 and 60 MS. So I would set my spell queue window to 160 to ensure the add-on is always working, since if your ping jumps to a higher value than you set it to, the value will not compute and default back to 400 MS. This setting with cast action keybinds on key down makes the game feel a lot more reactionary and less laggy. You can also use the CVAR browser and advanced interface options to disable world preload non-critical, which will cut your loading screen times in half. If you want even faster load times, then set your graphics view distance to 1. The first thing you'll probably notice on my UI are my character portraits and nameplates. I'm using BetterBlizzFrames and BetterBlizzPlates to customize these so that they're a bit more minimalistic and use dark mode. However, these add-ons are mostly cosmetic. BetterBlizzFrames allows you to hide the default arena frames, and BetterBlizzPlates comes with a lot of really informative auras, such as coloring special totems and minimizing pet health bar clutter. You can choose to use Naja's profile, Magnus's profile, or you can use my default profiles if you downloaded my saved variables. I'm also using BigDebuffs so that I can more easily track enemy CC timers and notice big defensive cooldowns on unit frame portraits and nameplates. Now the arena frames. Most of you are probably already using an arena frame add-on, but having a good cooldown tracker is almost just as important. I've used Omnibar in the past, but Omnibar tends to have a lot of LUA errors that require constant UI reloads. GladiusEx comes with a cooldown tracker that is very similar, and it's conveniently attached to the arena frames by default. I'm actually also using GladiusEx in conjunction with S-Arena, and the reason is primarily because the class icon BigDebuff frame has a different priority list and will show different buffs than the BigDebuffs add-on, adding a small amount of extra awareness. So if you just want a good all-in-one arena frame and cooldown tracker, then install GladiusEx. However, if you also want to use S-Arena for the class icon cooldown priority, then I recommend disabling everything in GladiusEx except for the cooldown tracker and using it with S-Arena. Looking at the action bars, I don't use Bartender 4, however the add-on responsible for the colored timer text is OmniCC. This will show longer timers in yellow, and as the timer shortens, it turns red, letting you know that the ability is almost off cooldown. The add-on I use to track my party members' cooldowns is OmniCD. It's fully customizable, and I primarily use it to track party members' trinkets. I use one WeakAura, the Healer CC WeakAura. I'll leave a link to Wago.io so that you can import this string yourself, but from there I usually put this in the top left corner and choose the sonar sound effect. This will play the chosen sound and display a big CC debuff when your healer is in CC, allowing you to know whether they're going to trinket and save you, or if you need to use your defensives. The next most important add-on is Details. The reason Details is so useful is because it allows you to track how well your talent build is performing in Arena, and also allows you to compare your damage with other players of the same class to see what they're doing differently. It's almost as good as recording your VOD, since you can look back on how the damage was dealt throughout the course of a game. The next add-on I want to recommend is Reflex. Reflex will show your current win-loss for your play sessions and gives you data on which teams you win and lose against. This allows you to strategize better with your team on which comps you're struggling with so that you can climb rating. And finally, TrueStatValues allows you to track how your secondary stat caps are affecting your character. This allows you to make precise builds and keep track of your stat priority. Make sure that when you're testing things that you're in PvP combat, since your stat values will be increased. The rest of the add-ons are purely quality of life and cosmetic add-ons. Leatrix Plus has lots of customization available, but I mostly use it to mute certain endgame sounds, automate quests, automate sell junk, auto repair, hide chat buttons, unclamps the chat frame, hides talking head frame, and enables faster auto loot. Auctionator enables extra quality of life tabs to the auction house menu, allowing for easy searching and quick auction posting with the spacebar. TrufiGCD shows my spell history, nice for VOD reviews, streaming, or posting on YouTube. Masque allows for specific control of border textures for add-ons like BigDebuffs and TrufiGCD. Narcissus comes with a really nice character menu that alerts you of missing enchantments and makes for a nice AFK screen. It also has a screenshot tool that you can use to make custom game captures for YouTube thumbnails. And that is every single add-on I have for WoW. I know add-ons can be overwhelming, and that's why over the years I've I've tried to keep my add-on list as concise as possible. Each add-on adds about 3 seconds to your loading screen, and to avoid long load screens, I recommend downloading the AddonControlPanel to allow you to enable add-on list profiles for different activities. So you can trim down any non-essential add-ons like Auctionator, unused details plugins, Narcissus, and TrueStatValues to reduce load times even further. To make this installation process quick and easy, I'm also including a link to my saved variables in the description of this video if you want a one-for-one copy of my UI. If you just want to add some of these add-ons to your current setup, then don't use my saved variables. Remember to make a backup of your saved variables on your desktop and install all of the add-ons in my list on CurseForge before importing my saved variables file. Don't do this unless you're playing the current patch in Dragonflight. If you try to use this in War Within or future expansions, it won't work. But don't worry, I'll be making new UI guides for every season and will always include my saved variables for those that want the option to copy my UI. So once you've downloaded my saved variables from the Google Drive link below, navigate to your retail World of Warcraft folder, click into the WTF folder, back up your saved variables, then paste my files into your saved variables folder. Once you've installed the file, launch World of Warcraft, and now every add-on will have my profiles available for you to select in the settings, just as I have them in my game at the time of making this video. So there's no need to set anything up, just plug and play. If any of these add-ons do not automatically use my profiles, then select my profile from the add-ons profile menu. I'm happy to answer any of the questions in the comments below or live on Twitch. Thanks for watching.